Right, how to get more Google reviews for your business or even for my business. Hey there, I am Chris Palmer in today's How to Get Google Reviews for My Business, Your Business. I'd like to go ahead and share with you a very fun way that you can utilize artificial intelligence in order to start getting more reviews. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I want to share with you some reviews that I've been able to create for my business utilizing artificial intelligence. But on top of that, I also want to have even more fun. I got some really great things to share with you, so I don't want to waste any time. Let's just get directly into the reviews, and then I'll walk through how this can help your business. All right, so let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and get into the very first review. You guys are gonna love this. I have a funny feeling. So let's go ahead and get into this.
Chris Palmer SEO is one of the best search engine optimization experts in the game. I cannot wait to learn more from him. Take it from me, Neil Patel.
Hiya. I am a Chris Palmer marketing avatar. I am reading a recent review from Gabriel Flanta, a Google local guide. Wanted to thank Chris for his help. He is very knowledgeable when it comes to SEO, and overall a great person to talk to. If you need help with your website SEO, he is the guy to go to. 10 by 10 would recommend. Thanks for your review, Gabriel Flanta. It's appreciated.
Hiya. I am a Chris Palmer marketing avatar.
All right,
I am
check
reading a
these out.
recent review from Sammy Ulhack,
Stick with me.
a great SEO and digital marketer.
Hiya.
All
I
right,
am a
here's
Chris
another
Palmer
one.
market review from Nail Assad side. I thought Chris provides SEO services in New York only, but luckily that was not the case. I found Chris very open, frank, and
Hiya. I am a Chris Palmer marketing avatar.
Hiya. I am a Chris Palmer marketing avatar. I am reading a recent review from Justin Moore. Chris is super helpful and knowledgeable. I had reached out for some GMB-specific questions during a quick 10-minute.
Chris Palmer SEO is one of the best search engine optimization experts in the game. I cannot wait to learn more from him. Take it from me, Neil Patel.
Hiya. I am a Chris Palmer marketing avatar. I am reading a recent review.
So let's go ahead and get back into this. So this is a very great way that you can generate reviews for your business. Now, let me go ahead and give you some of the data and how this can be used for your business. And you can have a lot of fun with this. It's a way that you can generate more reviews, and I'm going to share with you why. Because let's go ahead and take, for instance, a case study that we did. So let's go ahead and take a look at this briefly here. We're going to come on down here, and I would like to share with you this piece of information. So let's go ahead and pull this up. So this is a test that we ran inside of SEOmastermind.org. Does loading up a business with photos and videos increase ranking? Let me save you the time. Yes, it does. What we can do is we'll go ahead and share with you just one or two of these little case studies. And what some of these businesses were doing were auto-generating photos, auto-generating videos. But what I'm getting at is with this new technology, you're able to create a lot more clever videos from the reviews that you're generating or from the blog posts that you have. So you can then upload them. And of course, if your client knows that you're going to create an avatar just for them, don't you think that that would be kind of cool? It depends on the industry that you're in. So I had to share this with you because I think you'll really, really love it. And let's talk about some of the companies that are out there that you can utilize. More importantly, let me share with you the company that I used in order to create the first ones. And no, I'm not sponsored. I don't even have an affiliate link. I just want to share with you some really cool technology. So let's go to the first one here. So how I created the avatars that were talking the reviews that I shared with you, how I did this was with this tool here. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, but this is the tool that I utilized in order to create those reviews. Now, this is absolutely phenomenal for reading out any custom text that you want. You can create these avatars, you can read all about it, but this is what I utilized. It's relatively inexpensive, $20 to $30. You could create 20 videos. It's absolutely cool. You could check it out for yourself. No, I don't have a link. You could look it up right here. Now, let's talk about another one. Now, I tested this one out. It's a little bit cheaper. And this one's called Hour One. And this is another way that you can create auto-generated avatars or avatar videos, AI videos, from text. You can do it from other videos. With some of these tools that I'm going to share with you, just like I shared with you in the beginning, I did not use the person's voice because I didn't want to get in trouble for impersonation, right? That's why I used the weird voice. But you could make the voice match if you wanted to. All right. It's really cool. It's really unique. And I think you'll really like that. Now, I was really proud. And I don't know if you guys caught this or not of how fun this could be. But just one last time here, I just want to share this with you. Check this out.
Chris Palmer, SEO,
Especially-
is one of the best search engine optimization experts in the game. I cannot wait to learn more from him. Take it from me, Neil Patel.
Hi,
Chris Palmer, SEO, is one of the best
You know you gotta
search
love
engine
that.
optimization
Tell me
experts in
that's
the
not
game.
fun.
I cannot wait to learn
Now
more from him.
that's
Take it
fun.
from me, Neil Patel.
In any case, let's
Hiya.
get back into some more of these companies that could help you out generate more Google reviews. And again, the objective here was to showcase a small study that uploading more images and more videos is very helpful. So not only are you able to generate more videos from the content that you already have on your website, but you have a unique way to generate it. And if you would like, you can even generate reviews from your reviews. This is absolutely phenomenal. Let's keep going here. Here's another one. This is called Real AI. Now, I haven't tried this one out yet, but you could. And this is a lot of fun to utilize. Any of these are going to be great. Take a look at this one here. This is Yepic. I have played with this one, and this one's really cool because then I could take a avatar, right? And it'll speak different languages. This one's really sick. I think you'll really like this one. Check it out. I don't have a link. They're just fun to play with, and I think you're going to really like it. And here's another really good one. This is create AI videos just from text. This is not a new concept. This one's another way to create more AI videos. It'll auto crank out these videos for you so you can upload them. Super sick. This is elai.io. And now, if you want to know how I made that really cool Neil Patel video, I utilize this tool here. So this is called Talking Avatar. And you can take Talking Avatar and you can come over here and make Neil Patel videos if you wanted to, but that's up to you. In any case, my name is Chris Palmer. If you have any other questions about Google reviews, how to get Google reviews, anything at all, feel free, go ahead and ask in the section below. And I always look forward to seeing you in the next How to Get Google Reviews for my business video. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next one. I hope you guys like this stuff. And gals, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you really like this. I had a lot of fun. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Yo, William, tell me those aren't sick though, right? All right. Yep. So that's that. What I'll do for the remaining period of time is if you have any questions, feel free to go ahead and ask. I'll be more than happy to help you out. Right. In the meantime, what I'm going to do here is answer any questions that you might have. I have to set up a few extra slides for my presentation. So we're going to go ahead and do this a little different. William, safe trip, brother. If anybody has any questions, go ahead and toss them in. I know it's really early. If you don't, I'm going to go ahead and hop off. I made my video. I'm going to upload some videos for my trip All right, so we did those. Alrighty. So here's what I'm going to do. Again, if you want to go ahead and ask anything related to SEO, feel free to go ahead. What I'm going to do is I will put this up just like this. And I'm here for you. Consider this time just for you. All right, so here's what we're going to do here. Turn this off. And this one. And then we're going to go to window capture. Properties. There you go. Okay. This is what we are broadcasting. So feel free to go ahead and get your questions in. And I will go ahead and answer them. We'll go ahead and run, we'll just run the stream just like this. I'm pretty sure you can hear me. All right. Yes. Oh, sorry. Here, we can do this too. There we are. Now we're together. See how I get? There we go. Took me a minute to figure that one out, but I got you. That's what we're doing. Oh. All right. I got the whole thing in there. All right. Let's see what you guys got going on here. Hello. Hey, Robert. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. Now that I know that that's doing that. Hard time getting reviews from dental patients. The front desk keeps forgetting we send texts, but few reviews. Yeah, you have to get them hot while they're there. That is for sure. Get them while they're right there. That's it, man. All right. You can feel free to go ahead and ask anything that you'd like. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and get this cooking. Okay. So we should be streaming the chat. So this is cool. Yep, I think. Yeah. So if you have any questions, let me know. All right. Okay. So what I want to do is I gotta grab all of the things here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right. Alrighty. Okay, I think I have each of the SEO testing mastermind. Okay, put that there. Good old Jiffy test. Okay, I think I have them all. I'm just gonna look around here quick. Bop a bip da ba do bop. All right, let's come on over here. See what we got going on. Okay, so do you recommend any CTR manipulation softwares or websites? Tried Viper, but it was just okay. Nice POC? Uh, hello to you, my friend. And then, do you recommend any CTR manipulation softwares or websites? I tried Viper, but it was just okay. So, no. Ask your questions. Don't forget to... Oh, listen here. I have, what's a good hosting service? I always go either for cloud. I like AWS. You know, but usually if I'm just doing some test stuff, I like to go to low end box. I'll go to low end box and just take whatever the deal of the month is. It's of no sweat to me, but I'm usually looking for a VPS or some type of cloud hosting. That's what I like. It doesn't really matter. If I could get a VPS, I don't want shared. I don't mind getting a partition of a VPS where I could get at least 2 gigs of RAM. Yeah. I like the reseller accounts too. They're usually pretty fun, but you only use one site on it. Like you'll get reseller privileges. You could host up to 50 websites and it's like $60 for the year or something. I really like those. But yeah, stick with cloud, stick with VPSs. And this will usually solve a lot of the ailments that you'll end up running into. You know, like you can really nip in the butt a lot of issues with, say, your Lighthouse or GT Metrics issues, like without spoofing, or if you're using WordPress without all the plugins. Like if you just buy quality hosting, and quality doesn't necessarily mean cost. Quality means, hey, how many gigabytes of RAM is inside that server, right? Like what kind of CPU is in the server? You know, what's the hardware? I think that's where a lot of people, that at least business owners that I talk to, they have a hard time understanding is, like, let's say, for instance, there's a very popular hosting provider out there that's charging about $89 a month. And they're only given 2 gigs of RAM, you know? For that kind of dough, you can get a lot, you know? Like I could get a dedicated server for $40 a month. You know what I mean? Bare metal. So, just saying. I'm just saying. You know, 40, 45, I think OVHs usually run specials. You can find coupons. You can get a freaking server for that. You could get a really good one for $90. Get the whole server to yourself. Get 2 IPs. You know, you could rent an entire server, have it to yourself, partition it with 2 IPs, host 2 separate websites, and fly. Like everything would load and run very nicely. But this is completely up to you. Is there any way to get Trustpilot reviews? There's a lot of providers out there that offer Trustpilot reviews. But that's totally up to you, man. I mean, who, other than a spoofing metric, right? You know, most of the business owners that I run into, smaller business owners, if they do get legitimate Trustpilot reviews, it's usually only a few. Usually if we're going to ask or try to get a true review for a client, it's going to be on Google, right? It's going to be where it's the most visible. It's either that or we like people to leave at BBB or whatever in your industry is showing up first. So if you're doing a search for your business and you're seeing that a citation source or like a Yelp or something is showing up quite significantly for your primary keywords or your brand name, then that's where I would focus my attention. But generally, it's going to be Google, you know? So that's up to you. What is the perfect image details for the Google SERP results thumbnail of a web page? Is it supposed to be 1:1 and the actual size of the thumbnail to work best with Google? Speaking of that, I forgot to, that's why it's performing so poorly. I forgot to upload the, thank you for reminding me that. Here. I forgot to upload the image. Thank you for reminding me. Let's get back to that little chat room there. All right. 1-to-1, the actual size of the thumbnail to work best with Google. So you're talking about on your website? So the Google SERP result thumbnail of a web page, is it supposed to be 1-to-1 in the actual size of the thumbnail to work best with Google? I don't know the exact size, but depending on what you're trying to get to pop, right? So you have site images, and then you have your, each of the pages will have their own, I think you put it into either the OG or the, what is it called? Yeah, the post image, right? So either the post image, or you'll put it into like the OG data, I believe is what it's called. And that'll usually trigger like a image. I would look for the recommended. I don't know the exact size off the top of my head. I would assume it's 500 by 500, but I could be totally off. What's up, Chris? Do you need to bother with proxies and aged Gmails when setting up rank and rent Google business profiles? Do you need to bother with proxies and aged Gmails when setting up rank and rent Google business profiles? I think that is wildly dependent upon how many you're trying to set up. So the answer is going to be yes, I would. But I mean, if you're only thinking about doing 1 or 2, which I don't think that's what you're up to. But yeah, if you're going to do more than a few, a handful, 3, 4, I would invest some time in warming up some accounts yourself. Don't buy them. Definitely don't want dormant ones that have been sitting around for 6 months or a year that were created in Pakistan, and then you buy them for 50 cents or $1 a piece. Like, I wouldn't go doing that. I'd much rather just go buy yourself a cell phone, usually we create 3. I think you can crank a little more out of there, but create your profiles, throw them into some type of automation, warm those bad boys up, and then go on with your life. Then you have a much high, I'd rather have a new quality curated phone verified Gmail account that I created, that I warmed up myself. I know it's local data that's been fed into it, and then go about your business as far as whatever you're going to do with it. I think that's going to be the best way to go, my friend. It'll take more time and it'll cost more money, but doesn't everything that's good, you know what I mean? So, all right, so here's what I need to do. All right, let's come back over to my folders. Footprints, desktop. All right. Okay, SEO testing. All right, so let's cut that. Bring this over here. Where is the SEO testing mastermind? Where did I stick that bad boy? Oh, I put it in here. Okie dokie. Okay. All right. All right. Uh, okay. Tony in the SERP number 2. Okay. So again, if you have anything, let me know. I'll be happy to answer it for you. uh, okay. Okay, so that's gonna be that. So what I need to do is bring that over. All right, so thank you. Perfect. So it's looking like we're slowing down, and that's understandable. It's 1:30 in the morning. My I'm leaving for New York in the morning. So yeah, that's that. SEO Mastermind. Let's go over here. Let's go into the drive. And then this is going to be never public. Okay, so here's what I need to do. I need to take this SEO testing mastermind and move it over here so I have it. Okay. I also need to go and grab my presentation from here. You guys have anything at all before I log off? I'm going to go have a little something to eat and lay down and get ready for my trip. Oh, it's slides. I forget. I always forget about these things. Where did I put that? Was it in here? Do you actually care? Okay. So this, I need to share with support at SEOmastermind.org. Send. And share it anyway. Come back over here. Go to my Gmail. All right. And what I want to do here is open this up. And now I have access. I'm very excited for tomorrow. Get to meet William. Get to meet Craig in person for the first time. I get to see some of the guys that I work with online only. So that's really fun. I'm stoked. I'm like nervous. Thanks. All right. So it's looking like we're pretty much done for today. So that's perfectly fine. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this, and then remove. Yes. Right. All right. And then this and this. Okay, so here we are. So what do you think about taking blog articles from top-ranking English sites and spin them into native language for use on a client site? SLCY, you sound very familiar. Do you recommend CTR So let's see here. So a hard time. Mr. 123 Protein, huh? Do I know you? Mr. 123 Protein or SLCY? You seem very familiar with these questions. But let's go ahead and answer it. So, what do you think about taking blog articles from top-ranking English sites and translate and spin them into native language? Well, I'm so confident about this that that's exactly what we do to a degree. I don't know about a client website, as in, like, let's say, for instance, that gentleman that has the dental patients. Hey, if the client's cool with that kind of thing and they just want to win and they're on a budget, I'm not opposed to it. But, I am relatively gray. I've cut corners doing SEO for a very long time. That's the only reason generally to skimp on things is because you're trying to save time or money, right? Like, I think we all know the exact way or formula to do things, but when we're trying to save time and money is when things get a little different. But here's what we've noticed, right? When you have a website, okay? And when I have a main website, wait, why did I scribble that in again? Here's what I've noticed. And I'm sure that maybe you have too if you've been doing SEO for a little bit of time. So when you have a web page, okay, and you have a top performing web page. So this is something that we like to do a little bit more often. If I have a top performing web page, say in Miami, and this is for a Miami locksmith, okay? Let's say that I have a Miami locksmith, and this Miami locksmith actually ranks number 1. All right, so they rank number 1. I take the Miami locksmith's content, okay, and I actually bring it over here to this website. Now, what I'm going to do is it's still going to be a locksmith, but now it's Los Angeles, okay? And then, of course, once you go inside of here and you modify to 60%, all right, so 60% unique from this. So that's going to be, some of the headers are going to be different. Geo modifies, usually the top 150 words and any brand mentions. And then, of course, the navigation, plus there's the source code. You have to take into consideration that Google isn't only looking at H tags, P tags, and A tags. Google's also taking into account the rendered DOM, so the entirety of the document. So when I start going into that document and I have it on a new host, on a new theme, if you're using WordPress, or a different install, okay, different headers, different footers, different P tags, H tags, brand mentions, and internal links, you can quickly reach this percentage. And what you'll find is that the content will sometimes, depending on how much of this you're doing, can perform relatively well. Now, we all know this particular strategy, but what I have found, okay, is that this type of strategy, all right, if we were to rewind this, okay, and let's say that we have a business that has a blog. Let's say that this blog has a magnitude of pages on it, dozens, hundreds, even thousands of pages that are to the tune of this: how to sell a car, okay? But usually when you have a top performing blog, they like to throw crap words in there or filler words, okay? So it'll be the 12 best ways we know how to sell a car in 2021. Okay? So what we'll do is this right here. All right? At the end of the day, the primary keyword is right here. And this type of thing is one of my personal favorites. Because at the end of the day, if how to sell a car is the primary keyword, and that's what the top performing page is ranking for. And note too, when you're looking at the archive, you can look at the archive of past SERPs. So if you're seeing that there was top performing articles, all right, after, I wouldn't go pulling out content from 2015 and stuff, right? But since previous updates, okay, after Rank Brain came out, basically, you can find pieces of content that are relatively good, really good, in fact, from top performing websites that are outdated, that are written just like this. So you could take this informational based queried content and you could just recreate it to how to sell a car. Now, when you do this, yes, this is this, but you have to remember, I have infinite sites that I can grab from. So if I go out there and I generate 10,500, okay, articles this way, all right, and I recreate them just like we did here. Yeah, like, yes, not all 10,500 are going to work, but if 200 work, all right, you know, the a cheap article goes for about $2 per 100 words, okay? When you're talking about using AI content or even Article Forge, well, Article Forge is pretty cheap, but let's say it's AI content. 1,000 words will cost you 1,000. That's my mistake. 100 words will cost you 0.2 cents. It's not 0.2, is it? Let's just say it's 2 cents per 100 words. And this is AI. Okay? So a writer that's cheap is $2 per, okay? Like, just like do the breakdown. Like, this is what you start thinking when I need to start scaling up big. Right? A high quality writer is generally going to charge you anywhere between $10 to $20. Like one that is conversion focused, 10 to about $20 per 100. Okay? I would say anywhere between 5 and 20. $2 per 100 words for a cheap writer. 100 words is 2 cents with AI. You can do 10 million words for $20 with, say, Word AI. Okay, so that's a spinner. Okay. And then I believe it's 10 cents per 100 words to rewrite. All right. So this is a pretty average cost of producing content. Everything from, your higher end all the way down to really cheap. Okay? But if I'm going out and downloading, say, 10,000 articles, all right? Like, yeah, you're going to need the bandwidth. And yeah, you have to pay for internet. But I can go and grab 10,000 articles for free. For free, right? And then when you have a script, okay, again, if you have internet and you have the server, I can then strip the content out, okay? Strip it down to the baseline so it's super clean, swap out all the A tags. All right, so all the internal links, and swap out all of the headers. Well, that's a little bit tricky, but it can be done. And that is also free. Okay? So, I really, 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 really like this strategy. See this? See how it's a smiley face? And then we put some hair on it, right? And then he's got a little chin hair, right? He's got a big nose like me. He's got ears. All right, enough, Chris. Come on, Chris. Haha, no. All right, what do you think about taking? All right, I lost a person on that. You didn't like my picture? It's all right. All right, I gotta rock and roll. I'm going to bed. I love you guys, man. I appreciate the time. If there's anything I could help you out with, let me know. On my downtime, here, I have I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. Let me see here. Forms. Wait, is my form gone? Alright, listen. If you're here... Dude, I can't believe it's gone. What the heck? Well, I'll redo it. Dang, I can't believe it's gone. Okay. Well, I'll use the other one. I have a couple email, Alright, I think we're done here. Thank you so much. I'll trim this down when I get to it. But I had a lot of fun. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Sleep tight. Thank you. Love you, Chris. Love you too. You said something about SERP archive. How do you look those up? The web archive. Yep. They take snapshots at Google, you know. But they don't take them for every single query, clearly. But you can get some snaps. Take a look. It'll take a long time to load, but you'll get it. But I appreciate your time. Many blessings, and have a good night.